You know, none of us that went on this trip realized how much God was going to work through us.
So with some of the funding that we were able to accumulate before we went on the trip, we were actually able to get provisions that were provided with that money. And so we bagged rice, beans, sugar, flour, lard, some oatmeal, just different things that people use over there kind of on a daily basis. A lot of their diet consists of tortillas, beans, and rice, and that's about it. And so we made a bunch of these like goodie bags, I guess that you could call them, and we offered these to the people.
We would get up in the morning, we'd have breakfast, and then we would go out to the local church in the community where we would all meet up, and then we would split and start going door to door.
You know, most of the times when we go out to these different homes, what we do is the first thing, you know, we go there because they don't have doctors in this rural area. So the doctor would go in with the assistant.
And once the medical was done, they would leave, and then we would share the gospel with everybody. And they were on the edge of their seats as we spoke about the gospel. So it was just a wonderful to see that, and just a blessing the whole time we were there.
My one moment that I remember the most about it was there was a lady that Mr. Johnny had been talking with, and she just didn't want to hear anything he had to say. And she left to go back and get her 2 children to come back and be seen by the doctor. And when she left and came back, he was able to talk to her again. And she finally went ahead and accepted Jesus as her Lord and Savior. And it was just so thrilling and amazing that she was able to come back. Because had she brought her 2 kids with her in the beginning, she would have missed that opportunity.
As we're walking through a village, there was one house we went to and nobody answered, they weren't home. And as our team was getting back to the road to walk away to go find the next house, we hear somebody hollering at us. And it's this young woman running down the hill as fast as she could with her infant on her hip in flip-flops, hollering at us because she didn't want us to leave. And so we got her back up to the house and we had her sitting on the porch. And in my mind, I was thinking she didn't want us to leave because she wanted the medical care, she wanted the food provisions we were bringing. But all she kept saying was, Jesus Cristo, sí, Jesus Cristo. She could not wait for us to finish the medical part of it so she could talk with the evangelists. They didn't even have to preach the gospel to her. She just wanted them to ask her, do you want to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? And she'd sí, Jesus Cristo. That was all she wanted. And to see the joy of people literally chasing us down because we were bringing Jesus to the people and they didn't want us to miss him.
It's an awesome adventure. It's a win-win. You're doing the work of the Lord, and then the Lord's doing the work in you. It's changing your heart.